Okay, we're live.
Do whatever he tells you.
Well, not really. We actually re-record this. It was a policy that Diana put in place years ago that we would record this in case one of us
Goes
says
off
something,
the beaten path.
inappropriate, or we violate international copyright laws.
Well, this is what Mary's words to Jesus on the front of the bulletin cover is kind of the advice I follow when it comes to Levi in the office. The Chihuahua. Do whatever he tells you.
Do whatever
I'm pretty sure I've actually said that to my kids after they've irritated me with some statement that Jesus made to his mom.
Do whatever he tells you.
Do whatever he tells you. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's because we have archetypes and paradigms and all kinds of things at play in the Gospel of John. So layers and layers of meaning.
Absolutely.
That takes forever to unpack. But there is a nice, cover bulletin. It's from our friend Jen Norton, who created good friend Jen Norton. Good friend Jen. She's wonderful, and she painted the original image that we had of St. Jude in the back of church for the longest time during Lent last year, I think maybe, and Easter season. We had it out for quite a while. An original painting by her, and so we were able to acquire this cover for a small fee.
Shout out to Sara. You made that happen. Good job.
And Jen Norton is she works with Diocesan Publications, and works with them, and she has her own online store. You can purchase items based on her images. So pretty cool.
They're very good. You can pray with them very easily. So if you're looking for some Visio Divina, check her out.
Come see Sara. Actually, we bought a whole bunch of cards out at her booth when we went and saw her. When we ran into her actually last February because we didn't know she was going to be at the conference we went to.
Yeah.
So, but it was fun. She was there. We got to meet her. We bought a huge shower curtain that we're going to display when we figure it out. But
I love
not in the shower.
It's not just like, we have like this
it's a piece of fabric
painting it like we're throwing. It's actually a shower curtain, but whatever.
It's labeled.
Anyway,
and I have a bunch of cards too.
I know. I'm kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can use it outside of the shower.
Absolutely.
So we laid to rest our oldest parishioner, Larry, Ozzy. Apparently known as Uncle Lawrence as well, to his nieces and nephews, 106 years old.
Wow.
So, but he looked great. So if that's any sign, if you want to join St. Jude, apparently we're like one of those blue zone churches.
And I'm going to circle back to, just as a reminder, when you guys are emailing or trying to get a hold of the church, it is spelled out Saint SAINT Jude JUDE.church.
Always forever.
Always. That's just the way it'll be here. But that's just one of the things I wanted to just point out as we flip past that page a little bit really quickly. But
it's so funny. We've been spelling the word saint out very intentionally since I got here.
Yes.
So, yeah.
It's easy to mess up though, but try not to because it will not come to us.
And I think your email just goes to nowhere. I don't think you even get a response saying like it doesn't exist. It just goes nowhere.
So if we're not responding, we're not getting it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
This message is brought to you by the spam folder. So, and speaking of which, too, this bulletin has, of course, our contact info, but it does have some QR codes.
3.
The first one with Help the Homeless, that QR code takes you to a sign up Genius.
Yes.
And it's a little bit confusing. So if you're doing it, I would recommend just, if it looks like you can't figure it out just by looking, especially on your phone, just maybe call Kate Canny and just say, hey, I'm looking at it. I see you need some things. How do I sign up, or which one do you need the most? If you're not sure, she's the best person to ask about that. We can probably help you in the office as well, but there are some spots, and of course that's dynamic, so it's always changing. So I don't know what they need at this moment, but I think most of the breakfasts are covered and some other parts of the meals, but they need people to physically be there.
There's a couple of the overnight shifts. I think that's what's open.
I think that's the main thing right now. So, but thanks for the donations so far and all the support with that.
Speaking of donations, so that's actually the second QR code, but we can make that the first one, and then the second one is actually on the previous page under our offertory, and that QR code will take you to Flocknote, where all of the online giving happens. And also, if you do give on Flocknote, that's where you can print off your own statement for 2025, I believe. Am I correct in saying that?
for Flocknote.
For Flocknote
Yeah.
users,
For
yes,
Flocknote.
absolutely.
Yeah, Ministry
So,
Platform has the full set of data. 12 parishioners have signed up for an account with Ministry Platform out of our 1,500. So, that's good. If you need a statement for your tax purposes, just let us know. It's already generated technically in your file. And Sarah, Tim can even do it like on Sundays. So, because we have a printer here in church. So, so check with them and we can get it to you ASAP. I might be able to email them out. I can't find my instructions on that, but
we'll figure it out.
we'll figure that out too.
Yeah.
But
And
you can individually, we can email it out to you. We can.
oh yeah, we
you
can do that.
download
But
it and email
yeah,
it,
there's supposed to be an auto way, but I can't find the instructions. And I thought I had it figured out, but I don't.
Well, speaking of Flocknote, again, and we've said this before, but just a reminder, if you don't want to be in a group, like you don't want to receive a message, like, for example, this past week, it snowed a lot for faith formation. So we sent a message out just saying, hey, like, it's still happening, but use your discretion if you want to come or not, if you can make it. And a couple people replied, stop, which cuts off all communication from Flocknote, not just for communications about faith formation. So if you don't want to be in a certain group or you don't want to receive messages, just go into Flocknote and remove yourself from the group. If you need help doing that, give me a call in the office. I can help you do that.
Or even reply, remove me from this group.
Yeah, that's
or
fine
something
too. Exactly.
I
But
mean,
don't actually write the stop unless you don't want to receive any communication from Flocknote at all, which if that's what you want, okay, but it will take you out of communication for all groups, not just that one. So just a reminder about that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't even know. So, but speaking of communications, the diocese wants us to know how much they love communicating, even though they're only sending out the magazine now, I think 4 times a year.
Well, now they have their monthly newsletter
So
they're
they got
sending out too.
Some other
You can, yeah,
shifting.
They have a weekly newsletter as long as you sign up via email.
Yeah, they're shifting, from the print to a little more digital, a little more timely with that. So, Faith Magazine is shifting. So anyway, take a look at that. We do send the magazine to a lot of households in the diocese, and a lot of that, the funding for that is a little bit through the advertising, but also our CSA. So, but communication effort, the collection is coming up too. So, great opportunity for us to continue to support,
It's actually
new
the collection here in January.
the January
Yeah, it's
collection.
the next. So not this weekend, but next weekend.
January
if you're watching
collection.
it this week.
Oh, there it is, right there in the,
In
in
the
the
letter.
first paragraph.
Yeah, go into the whole world and proclaim using technology. All right, so then you guys need to help me with our supporting Erie's Best Coffee at St. Martin Center. Basically, what's going on is I'm a celebrity judge of coffee, black coffee, and so I need to raise like my own money. I don't know, as a celebrity judge, just like to back me up, sort of sponsorship. I'm trying to raise more money than Father Rich Chewy.
Oh, it's on.
Because he was a celebrity judge last year, and he raised like $2,500. So I set my goal at $3,000. Because he's not going to be asked again.
I was
so
gonna say.
Once I beat him,
Okay.
I've won.
Throwing it down.
So just saying.
All right, here we
So
go.
I mean, that's what it comes down to. I
So
mean,
that's what this is really about.
yeah, just thought I'd put it out there.
St. Martin Center as well. We love them. They're great.
So if we can make it a little bit competitive, we're trying to raise money for them. They're great. It's a great day. You can actually come to the event. So they're sort of the sponsorships that I'm collecting behind the scenes,
Okay.
on kind of in my name on behalf of everyone for St. Martin Center. And that's all through the link here. And that's why the specific link takes you to my page, not just a general donation, because it needs to be set under my page. And then all proceeds, everything goes to St. Martin Center. But then also the day of with Erie's Best Coffee, it's like $10 to come in. And I've never been to it. I've always wanted to go, but it's like Sunday morning when I'm busy. So I'm obviously adjusted my schedule.
What could you possibly be doing on Sunday morning?
I'm sleeping in, making waffles. But so it should be pretty cool. And so check it out.
And Levi's in that picture too. So
Yeah,
if Levi doesn't make you want to give to something, I don't know what.
I figured that might drive donations.
Absolutely through the roof. He's adorable. On the top of that page, really quick before we turn it over, the Pilgrims of Hope. I think that's the theme as well for the 2025 Jubilee year. Throughout the year, we'll have the newsletter that goes with each month. We'll have that out throughout the church. So if you want to follow up on that, you can subscribe to the diocese. We can print some for you as well. And then there's also a cool prayer card to go with the year. So you'll see that. Feel free to take any that you see there for you to help you pray through this Jubilee year. So there's that.
All right.
Yeah.
And last but not least, on the back, just a reminder. Now we're 6 months into our merged parish, and also our partnered parish with St. Stephen's. But I took some time to just kind of write a little letter to the entire parish, and also to kind of look at some commonality. What are we focused on collectively? And one of the things is that we're being guided, we're being led by the apostles, right? I mean, we are part of the one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. Everything we do is built on the apostles, and so I just kind of took a little bit of time to pray about that and created a little dynamic logo between St. Jude and St. Andrew, kind of the a little bit of our church shape and what's unique about us, and just kind of reminding ourselves now that we're a little over 6 months into this that the only way we're going to make progress is by spending some time together. And I do appreciate people coming to the different churches, showing up for different ministries, and this is really important because Lent U is coming up, and during Lent U, we do so many events.
Across
and
the
we'll
board.
be doing them, kind of across all of our churches, our parishes this Lent. And I hate to say it, but Lent is coming very quickly. So we just want to make sure that we're prepared and that we're, well acquainted with one another.
Absolutely.
So.
And just circling back to the gospel for the children's bulletin, it is, like they said, the wedding feast at Cana, and it was family that was gathered there. It was Mary's cousin.
We're not sure. I don't know if they say who.
And the vibrations you're hearing is
Sarah's.
Sarah's phone. So, yeah, it doesn't say anything. I think it was Jesus' wedding.
Whoa.
Anyway, okay.
And we're gonna.
So anyway, well,
comment below.
I'm not the first to say that. Like Dan Brown and like every conspiracy theory out there, right?
If you watch The Chosen,
but-
it's Jesus' cousin's wedding.
Yeah, but that's
what I thought.
not in the Bible, which is
I
why
know,
we don't watch The
don't
Chosen,
know.
because then
But
we
we
don't know
don't
if it's in
know.
the Bible
Well, then don't
or
ever
if
do
it's Hollywood.
Never do Ignatian
But-
prayer then again.
Exactly.
When we go to a wedding, we hope to be around, surrounded by family, friends, and that kind of thing. So the beginning about this is Jesus cares about families, and then you color the wine jars.
Yes.
And
Oh, that's awesome.
It has you draw actually your family in this, and that Jesus is the good news. So lots of fun things that circle back to the gospel of the wedding feast at Cana.
of
So yeah,
John.
and then
Yeah.
a prayer in English and Spanish by Saint Faustina. So
Ooh.
super
Good.
fun that way.
Thanks, St. Faustina. Also, with New Year's Epiphany, we have our Epiphany blessing cards. If you
Tape it to your
did
door.
not get one, you can get those. Traditionally, they were done with chalk. I think most of us have switched over to cards. They were kind of like in the office, so we kind of we forgot to pull them out. Also, don't forget my pilgrimage to Italy. We are still taking reservations for that. We are about halfway there. So if you or someone you know is interested in going to Italy this fall, beautiful end of September, early October trip to the, to all the kind of holy sites in Italy there, including, of course, St. Peter's Basilica, the tallest church in the world. And, we'll be going through the holy doors of hope.
That's exciting.
Okay.
And if you want to start serving, I just had a conversation with a youth and their parent about becoming an altar server. They missed the training a few months ago and just never followed up again. And they said because they were waiting to hear about another one. And I said, no, just sign up. Let's get you in. So if you would like to become an altar server or a Eucharistic minister or join
Or
any
a
ministry.
liturgical monitor.
Yes, we need those. Liturgical monitor. person, whatever. A liturgical monitor.
Yeah.
Okay. An LMM. Just let us know. There's no necessarily like super long process. It's just come, be trained, and do well. That's about it. So, yeah. So shout out to anybody who wants to join a ministry. Just do it. There you go.
We're going to get
And then I think
for
you
copyright violation if you keep saying catchphrases like that.
Well, I don't know which catch. I mean, I think you said let's circle back to the 7 times.
Someone own that?
I don't know if anyone owns that,
You
but I'm
said
like, that
let's-
could be like a fun drink water game.
let's
Take a
do
drink
it.
of water every time Sarah says circle back.
Yes, my phone goes off when I need to drink water too. So
There you go.
Well, maybe we should go off and you need to drink wine.
Oh boy,
That's the app that we all need.
there it is.
Okay, well, on that note, download the 7 Jugs of Wine app and stay on top of the game.
All right, we're praying
All right.
for you. God bless.
Peace.